Monster Movie Media presents.
Blast from the past.
Your weekly dose of
Laughing gas.
you don't like it, you can
Kiss my ass.
cause even James has a
Podcast. Even James has a podcast.
Howdy, y'all. Hi. Hey, what's up, guys? It's James H. Carr II here, back again for another fun-filled episode of the Even James Has a podcast. Episode 39. Wow, dude. 39. Can't even believe it. Well, before we get started on all the fun that's going to be thrown in your face, I gotta tell you something. What I have to tell you is that this show is presented by Monster Movie Media. That's right, cutting edge entertainment, immaculate video production services, everything that you could ever want in your life. Cruise on by monstermoviemedia.com. And of course, this lovely podcast is available on Stitcher. That's a smartphone application that will stream this show and many others. Check out Stitcher.com. So right off the bat. What is the term I'm looking for here? Right off the bat. I don't know. Right at the top of this show, want to spend a special shout out tribute to Matthew Bruno, who was upset that he was not wearing the right type of shirt to get a shout out in last week's episode. And originally I had composed a song in my head that I was going to write and record, but, you know, that didn't happen. So it's just imagine that it happened now and feel really good about yourself and all that jazz. So yeah, another busy week in the life of JHC2. But I've been taking time to read the Chris Hardwick book, The Nerdist Way, which I told you guys a few weeks back that I started reading, and I'm almost done with it. It's pretty enlightening. It's a great book if you're looking to, you know, get your shit together and stop fucking, you know, wandering around aimlessly and fucking make something happen. And you're also a nerd or have nerd-like tendencies, then you're going to want to check this book out. I'm almost done with it, and I'll probably give a better review when I'm done, but you know, I'm still working on it. Anyhoozle, in this lovely, beautiful episode, we have a new segment on the show. Whoa, I got a text message. Yeah, don't worry, that was my phone. I know when I listen to a lot of podcasts, you know, since most people have iPhones, I hear those notification noises that are on the recordings, and I'm like, what the heck is this? I think it's on my phone. I'm like, oh, somebody actually contacted me, but then it finds out that they didn't, and I feel like an idiot. But, so I'm just extending that feeling onto you right now, because I got the text message this time, okay, guys? Anyways, we have a brand new segment. It is called Second Chance Cinema, where I'm pretty sure that's explained. I could say it right now, right? And then I'll play the segment, and then it'll say it again, and then it'll be like, oh, I just fucking heard that. Like, get it over with. All right, yeah. So just fucking here it is. Check it out. All right, dude.
What's up?
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, it's James here.
Mark
Hey.
is my name.
That's your name. And we are gonna jump off with the a new segment on the show, which has a really dumb name. I don't know if you came up with a better name or not.
Did I come up with a better
Yeah, I
name?
figured that you.
I don't even know what the original name is, so hit me with that, and I'll see if I can come up with
All right,
something.
so the name that I had was A Second Chance at Film Hatred,
All right.
which, you know, it just sucks. I mean, well, the premise of what we're doing here is that I made a list of films that I think are the. It's not. I don't think it's more than 10, but I don't know.
Why don't you call it Second Chance Cinema?
Second Chance Cinema. Okay, that's good. Hatred in the title, so negative. Yeah.
Yeah,
Second Chance Cinema. So I made a list of the films that I dislike the most, and I want to watch them again to see if I actually like them now. If if it's just the mood I was in, or the circumstances, or preconceived notions that weren't met.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens.
Well, I think we've all had, a similar situation happen. Trying to play the part of the sidekick.
Oh yeah.
Building upon what you're talking
Thank
about.
you, thank you.
So, but yeah, like I remember when I was in 7th grade,
Yeah.
and I got OK Computer by Radiohead, and I thought it was stupid. And then I didn't listen to it for 4 years, and then in high school I was like, what was my problem?
Right.
And now I'm like, you should have listened to yourself.
Yeah. Is that the one with Paranoid Android?
Yes.
Okay.
It's still it's got 3 good songs on it.
Right.
There was a point though where I was really into being sad and listening to that album.
Well, I mean, I guess you weren't that sad in 7th grade. Life hadn't.
Yeah,
mean,
that's when
yeah.
it started to be sad.
Oh.
But I just, I wasn't there yet.
Oh. Well, maybe that's the problem with me in these films.
Yeah, you never know,
Maybe I wasn't ready to be sad.
You weren't ready to be sad.
So the film that we're going to be taking a look at tonight, actually, is 2002's The Ring. And we're actually going to stop this and watch it.
Yes, we
Yeah.
will.
And let me say what I think about The Ring, and then you could chime in there.
All right.
Let's see. Let's jump back to 2002. I wasn't too interested in seeing the film when I first heard of it. I didn't really know what was going on with it, and that film had a lot of hype and a lot of word of mouth hype, at least in my
Definitely.
circle. Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of hype around it.
And a lot of people were coming up to me and just be like, "Did you see The Ring?" I'm like, "No." It's like, I usually don't get scared at movies, man, but seriously, that scared the shit out of me. I'm like, "Are you serious?"
I think it was the first of the real big Hollywood is now making foreign horror movies.
Yeah.
Americanized. It's the first real Americanized in the I guess at least in this decade.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just, I'm like, all right, I guess I'll have to see it. I'm like, no, I'm fucking serious, dude. You gotta see this shit. So, and even when I did see it, it wasn't necessarily by choice. I was hanging out with a bunch of cousins, and they're like, oh, let's go to the movies, and they wanted to see it, and a few of them had seen it already. I'm like, dude, you got it. Dude, I was so fucking scared. And me personally, I don't get scared by movies. That's, I think people like us, we don't watch horror movies because it scares us.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of wondering what it was that was scaring them. I was really intrigued. I mean, not really. Enough that I agreed to go to the movies. And all right, now I'm going off memory here because I have not seen this film since its 2002 theatrical release. So I pretty much hated it because it didn't make any sense.
Okay.
And
Fair enough.
and I hate it's scary because it doesn't make any sense. Because that's all the people could tell me when I asked them what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So what was? Maybe I should review the plot before we talk this. I'm trying to remember what it was. So what I remember.
No, I think you should just go into it cold.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So I just remember the tape that they kept watching, how it looked like an amateur student film. and that somehow when they watched the tape, that some girl that died in a well knew they were watching the tape, and then got on the ghost phone, and then set a death clock timer. Just like, by the way, I just made this call. You know, it's long distance from, you know, the nether regions. So let's make this quick.
I'm calling you from my pussy face. Right
The nether regions. Let's make this quick, dude. I have magic powers that can make your life end in a week. I could just kill you now, but
yeah.
And just to fuck with you anymore, when you look in mirrors, you ain't seeing shit. That's how you know that it's got to happen. You know, and so the whole time watching the movie, I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, this is really weird. Like, I can't figure out what the end of this movie is going to be. I'm like, how is this all going to make sense? So it kind of got me while I was watching it, like, oh shit, this might actually be a fucking good movie. And then, of course, nothing was explained.
Okay.
And that's my memory of the film, and that's almost 10 years ago. So,
yeah.
All right. So, what are your thoughts on the film?
I don't think I saw it until after I saw the second one.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember
Wow.
that I went to the movies to see the second one, and
I remember you and Jags going to see it.
it's possible.
Yeah.
I don't really remember exactly. But I remember
Sucking
seeing the
James
second
Remember.
one and thinking the second one was stupid specifically because of one scene where like a shit ton of deer like surrounds Naomi Watts in the car and like tramples her car to death out of nowhere. Like the deer are like have thoughts and they're like I don't know, they're like possessed, I guess, or whatever. But anyway, that to me. But then I was told like you got to see the first one. The first one is where it's at. Like, yeah, this one was stupid, yeah. But the first one is actually based on, like, specifically based around the original Japanese movie. That's where the fucking good shit is, you know? It's the fucking
Right.
Ringu, you know?
Yeah, Ringu.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So then I remember me and my girlfriend at the time watched the first Ring, and I do remember kind of liking it. Probably because it was not as bad as the second one.
Yeah, that's that could change your
Yeah.
perception there.
Probably because, like, in seeing the second one, I kind of at least had an idea of what was going to happen in the movie.
Right.
I don't necessarily know what those specific things are anymore, but I'm sure that just in seeing that they're alive in the second one, that I can assume that she's going to live through the first one. But I don't remember having any real bad feelings towards it, mostly because, especially in, like, because I didn't have any high hopes for it.
Okay.
Because, like, I totally ignored all the hype and didn't see it when it first came out because I didn't care about it. So,
Right.
I just figured that's a movie that I'm not going to see because people I don't like it, you know? So I avoided it for a while, and then I was
Right.
told it was decent after seeing the second one. And so I had no hopes for it, and I kind of liked it because I just laid back and said, this is going to be another stupid movie.
Okay.
But I'll enjoy it for what it is.
Right.
And I remember being slightly more happy with it than I thought I'd be.
All right. Well, then you have some. It seemed pretty average. You know?
Yeah, like I definitely, I haven't seen it since then, and
Right.
I've never really cared to, because it's one of those kind of movies where it's like you see it and that's it.
Right. You're like,
It's another movie.
there it is.
Yeah,
Check that one off the list.
exactly. So I'm excited to rewatch it because I just haven't seen it in a while, and I like movies.
Right on. So we're gonna jump into 2002's The Ring. So we'll be back. You're not gonna jump into it unless you stop this and watch it. We're not gonna do commentary. All right, we'll be back.
It's all about clean up, extricating the mess.
We're on a mission from God.
Even James has a podcast.
Check this out.
Where God wants you to say how you really feel about your boss.
And I want to look him straight in the eye, and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no-good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless sack of monkey shit he is! Hallelujah!
Now don't that feel better?
All right. Well, we just got done watching The Ring.
Ooh, The Ring.
And I just woke Mark up.
Yep. Put me to sleep.
You were in a solid state of sleep there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can't say I blame the movie entirely.
Okay.
I've been having some sleep. You know, I've been falling asleep a lot lately.
Oh, okay. Not enough.
Like, yeah, you know, it's from all the heroin.
Right, that's what I figured.
You know.
You usually used to kick back in, wake back up right after, but
yeah. But yeah, so I did fall asleep. Somewhat because of the movie. You know, it was getting boring towards the end.
Yeah, it was definitely boring. But before we jump to all that, I'm going to address the issues I had prior to the film.
Yes.
Number one being is that didn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And it still doesn't make sense. I'm assuming that these questions are not necessarily answered in The Ring Part 2.
Yeah, probably not. I mean,
which the question main being is, all right, so there's this girl who died, that her parents threw her down a well, and she lived there until she died for 7 days.
mm-hmm.
Now, apparently, while she was around, horses couldn't stand to be near her and started killing themselves. So that's why they killed their daughter. This is what I got from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So she was something evil about her to begin with, so you don't know what it is. But in death, her evil is so strong that she can control televisions and make VCR, make VHS tapes.
Mm-hmm. She can also make X-rays turn into pictures or something like that. There's X-ray pictures.
Yeah, so she can control media. She can control telephones, and she knows when someone has watched her tape, no matter where it is.
I wonder why she never cut a record.
Yeah. Yeah, they should. I mean, all the backmasking
yeah, I know.
through time. So she could do all this shit, and she just chooses to make people slowly die with her crazy powers over a week. Like, that's my main question here is like, okay, I get it. It's a horror movie. Why do you want to kill people? Whatever, fine. You kill whoever you want. What is with this long, drawn-out process?
Well, that's how long it took her to die.
Yeah, I got that, but it was just kind of like... I mean, she could be doing so many more acts of terror. She has all these powers. She could do so many things instead of just doing the same thing over and over again. It's like, oh, someone watched my movie. Time to make the call.
Well, no, I think it's just like a general, like, I mean, we might have to watch the sequel.
I guess so.
I don't know. I don't remember what kind of secrets were revealed in the second one. But let's see. All right. So when she talks to that doctor lady, the doctor basically said that like she was a plague to the island.
Right.
And so when she was gone, things were fine. So maybe the things that they experienced in those 7 days were things that she always had happen around her anyway. So maybe like people would like see flies on their TVs, and like they would turn into real flies in real life and have bloody noses and stuff around her.
Okay, that's.
I mean, who knows? I don't know.
You're right. We don't know what happened.
Like, I'm thinking maybe the weird stuff is just like, that's just the normal weird stuff that she would cause. So we don't know how or why she would cause that to people.
Right.
But
right.
now that she's dead, it can happen.
She can
if
make
you
it
watch
happen.
her videotape.
Okay. All right. So this doesn't make sense. So let's just say I hated the movie the first time I watched it. Do I still hate it right now? I don't hate it. I don't like it. I dislike it.
Okay.
It's still a shitty movie. I mean, I don't want to say shitty movie because I feel like there's a lot of elements in it that that are quality.
Yeah. Like, it's definitely, being that it's the first of its kind in a way.
Yeah.
Like, it definitely has, it's well made.
Right.
The cinematography is good. Like, it's got something to it. Like, there's definitely, I understand how people could watch it and be creeped out by it. Like, it has good horror beats to it, but the things that are in it are just like it could have been a way shorter movie.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say that I'm not surprised you fell asleep because it was very boring.
Yeah. I mean, it's fucking it's just short of 2 hours.
Yeah.
Or, wait, yeah.
Yeah,
Just short
it's
of
2
2
hours.
Okay, yeah. Which, I mean, is pretty long for a movie. Especially, like, this kind of movie. Like, most of these kind of movies are, like, 90 minutes long.
Right.
Or, like, even shorter than that, 80-something minutes, because there's not too much story to tell. I feel like they tried to make it seem like it was meaningful because, like, every 20 minutes they'd show up another, it'd be the next day and there's one more day left, there's one less day for these people to live. So, like, they try, it's like there's like a built-in clock to it to make it seem interesting, but it's really fucking nothing happens half the time.
Right, and the main thing, the whole driving force of the film is that this woman realizes she's gonna die, and she's trying to figure out how to stop it. And I don't know why she would think that cracking the case over what was in the video. Oh, this is what was in the video. Now I'm here. That would change that. I mean, I guess she did figure it out, but it was so, she didn't really figure it out. It was just kind of by chance.
Yes.
I mean, essentially, she could have not done any of that shit and just made a copy of the video, and she would have lived.
Yeah.
So she should have spent the week being like, "Oh my God, this is."
Mm-hmm.
So the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, so what if you figure out why is this happening? What are you going to do about it? Like, this is a force. It's a supernatural force that you've obviously accepted is going to kill you.
Yeah.
So to me, that makes the movie not interesting. Like, I don't really care what's going to happen.
Yeah. But, I mean, here's the... what I want to know is... so it's like, you make a copy... So she wants her, like... So eventually, like, if in a perfect world...
Right.
Every single person would have seen this movie and made a copy of it.
Right.
So that, like, nobody would die. Right? But then, like... because... I don't know. I'm fucking tired.
No, I get what you're saying. It's like...
If everyone has... If you see the movie, you have to make a copy in order to not die. So... But then you're spreading the word. So, like... What's the point of it? Because... If her purpose is to have her word spread, but if you don't do it, she'll kill you... There's like a logic loop in there somewhere just like it just
yeah. What is her end game? Like they're
exactly.
saying, yeah. What is her goal?
You didn't copy the tape, so I'm gonna kill you. But I'll let you live because you copied the tape, so I'll kill someone else. Like, I don't know.
All right. I mean, also, they could put something in the movie about, please copy this.
Yeah, I know, right?
or no, I get it. No, it's finally coming together. They're not going to put that in there. You're going to be like, it's trying to show the worst in human, in mankind. Kind of like, I know I'm going to die, so I'm going to fucking spread this around so that other people die. And the fucking well girl, she loves when people do shitty things. She loves she's like, oh man, you're so evil, you can live.
There is probably one, because who else has seen this video and who else has died from it? Was there anybody who has watched the video and then she was like, you're going to die in 7 days? Or, wait, no, I see that in your past you once, lit a flaming bag of dog shit and left it on someone's door. So, I like that. I like your style, kid.
Maybe that's what this whole movie is about, man. Celebrating,
Yeah, man.
doing shitty things.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of anything shittier of I know that this killed me, so
I'm going to make a copy of
check
it.
this out.
Yeah. And then, see, but the other thing about it, one of the things that struck me as weird, I remember thinking the same thing when I first saw it, was that, in watching that videotape and stuff, you would think, oh, this is, some weird shit from, the 20s, or, from... But
Oh,
it's
yeah,
no,
yeah.
this is some weird shit from, 2 years ago or something.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's not some ancient evil. It's literally some weird girl was born with supernatural
Oh,
powers.
that's right. I never thought about that. That
It's literally from
Yeah.
not too long before the start, the movie happens.
Wow, you're right.
Because the father is still he's still a dude. He's still alive, and I think they probably talked to the mother in the second one. I think, and some deer
Wow.
too. But
So yeah, he said there. I will say that I really do enjoy the tape.
yeah, I mean it is even within the movie the guy calls it art school,
Yeah.
but it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I want to go to that art school.
Wanna go there?
They really know how to get the cliches all just right.
Yeah, show me how we make these fucking creepy films from the
Yeah.
20s. Where's that class?
It's like David Lynch's film school.
So I'm kind of at. I went from a hate it to a don't like.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think it's a good movie. Just because the plot falls flat. It's too long. The concept could have been cool. Again, it was drawing me in the same way that I'm the first time that I was oh, this is all coming together now. This is gonna be something, and then it just kind of falls flat. And so I don't stand for those kind of shenanigans when I watch movies.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's always really weird when a movie just kind of jumps from having stuff happen, and then all of a sudden, you're right in front of me, and the movie's over. That's it's a really strange. It's kind of strange choice for the director to make, but
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's definitely there's just some terrible writing to it. There's just bad dialogue that's just stuff that's put in there just intentionally. I always hate when they'll leave it off. A scene will be happening and all of a sudden someone will say something super dramatic and it just ends and goes to the next scene.
Yeah.
Oh well, my son is just troubled. He's she died 2 days ago. You said 2 days ago, right? Why, yeah. He drew these last week. And it's why wouldn't you... Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Yo, this bag
my
of chips just jumped off the table.
The Doritos just fell in the garbage.
I saw that, completely. Oh, man. This movie's awesome. Sorry, dudes.
But no, so like like I hate shit like that where it's just like he drew these last week, bam. Like I want to see the rest of that fucking conversation. Like why would you turn around and be like explain that to me? Why would there not be more of that? I don't know.
Well, you know what? This movie, I realize it seems it's hard to pinpoint what it is, but I could definitely tell it's from the early 2000s because that was a style of films. I mean, it wasn't that long ago to really identify it as a style, but a lot of the mainstream movies at that time, they had that kind of pacing.
Oh yeah, it still happens too. I still see it in things, and like it pisses me off because it's just lazy writing. Like it makes it seem like you're saying something when in fact like you're just choosing the easy way out to like just cut to another scene and
like
leave it hanging dramatically.
It's like, how do we explain this? Nope.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. Like in this, it's not that bad because like there's definitely those moments of like dramatic pause for effect and like but the things are generally talked about still. But I think that the precedent it sent was that that's okay to do, and then there's tons of shitty movies that tried to use that afterwards, and then it's like imitations just don't work. Not that this necessarily worked, but
right.
It wasn't it's not like I don't know, like any of the I mean, there's so many, like Shudder, The Eye, The Grudge, Pulse.
Well, even that.
Like,
there's even the one that came out this year. The fuck was it? Oh my god, I cannot remember the name of that movie.
Kick-Ass.
Yeah, no. What the fuck was it? It came out in the spring. I don't know. It just seemed like this is descendant of The Ring. Like, what the fuck was it? I can't even remember the name of it at all. Same same type thing, like that, full of nobody you ever heard of.
Yeah.
Fucking #1 at the box office. Because nothing else came out in the February week that they released it. I don't know, man. But that should be helpful if I knew. Whatever. Anyways, instead of me sitting here trying to remember this. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I think that was all I had. I mean, there was lots of things that I was watching it that made me laugh, which was unintentional, obviously.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the horse running off the boat was like the best part of the movie. For
yeah,
me.
no, the horse scene was pretty cool. That's the thing when I wanted to say you're saying that a lot of the dialogue was bad. And it was, but it wasn't so bad that it's like it's so bad it's good.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's plenty of different varying degrees of bad dialogue.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is really like at the starting point of like horror movies specifically like this that have a lot of things said in them that don't mean anything.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of like, I mean, all this stuff. Because pretty much, I mean, that's the way I felt up until they revealed that the guy was the kid's father.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, why do I give a shit that she's mad at him for having a girlfriend? Like,
right, yeah,
it was like, okay, so she kind of has a crush on this dude that she kind of works with. There's, like, taking stuff to. They've got this, like, I don't know, fucking that typical relationship that, like, reporter and tech dude have, like, okay, so why am I supposed to give a shit that she's jealous? And then it's like, our son watched it. Who cares?
Yeah.
But like everything before that, I was just like, this means nothing. Like,
right.
It's like it's heavy dialogue with like drama to it, just so that you feel like there's something happening, because you didn't know that it was this kid or all that kind of stuff, whatever. But like, there's that shot where like the kid and him like see each other on the street for a second, and it's like,
yeah, I forgot about that.
I just kind of thought like, oh, the kid knows that he's fucking his mom or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Wow, and that's and he knows it's his son. He doesn't go like,
yeah,
hey, son.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, I'm not gonna even talk to you unless there's a slim chance I'm gonna be able to fuck your mom again. I'll wear rubber this time, dude. Don't worry. Wasn't the worst movie, but whatever. I don't hate it anymore. I don't like it. I gave it a fair chance. I gave it its second chance. Cinema.
You can call it something else. Like that.
No, I like it. No, that was good. It was way better and less wordy than.
Like, you could totally call it like, I gave it a second chance for movies that I'm giving a second chance to that I hated once that now I'm trying to watch again and enjoy. Maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, what about our Facebook comments?
Oh, that's right. We need to check out some Facebook comments. Yeah, we went on our Facebook page and asked the gang, you guys, what you thought of The Ring. And, you know, I really don't have time to scroll through like hundreds of
you guys really, you know, EJHAP fans. You guys really came out of the woodwork. You know, showed your support and, you know, really told us how you felt about The Ring.
Yeah, you did.
You know, we really appreciate it. You know, there's just not enough time in the world to get to all the responses, but, you know, we're gonna do our best. So, you know, keep them coming in. We'd love to continue to talk to you about The Ring.
Yeah, don't think that our Ring conversation has to end right now, man.
No, yeah. I mean, you know, I'll talk about The Ring all goddamn night, you know, till I fall asleep.
That'd be funny.
So, you know, just, you know, you can keep them coming, keep the conversations going, flowing on the Facebook page.
Yeah, that's facebook.com/The Even James Has a Podcast.
Yeah, if you don't know about Facebook yet, you know, check it out. It's a little weird, but, you know, it's kind of the thing now, so just check it out.
Yeah.
So, what do we got on the Facebook today, James?
Well, I'm going to pick one at random for you to read.
All right.
So I'm just going to get the text figured out for you.
I think I can read that. Pretty good.
All right, Mark. Okay. And read that one.
Okay. Well, Mike Danger Fisher.
No, not that one.
Okay.
Because that's not a comment about The Ring.
That's my favorite one. All right. Well, I'll just have to pick. I thought you were pointing to that one.
No. Oh, no, read that one. Okay, we're going to do two then. Okay.
All right. So Mike Danger Fisher writes, the thing I really like about The Ring is just how timely and current it is. You know, about us watching and talking about The Ring.
Yes, that's what
I like that. It made me laugh.
Yeah.
You know?
Should we like it?
Yeah, let's definitely like that comment.
Okay.
Okay.
This is happening right now. If you see this on the thing, we're liking it right now. It's liked.
It's liked.
Okay.
Official. Then we got Matthew Bruno, who writes, I'll throw my hat in The Ring. An excellent film for when you're sick on the couch and the remote is out of reach and you're not really paying attention and really don't care and maybe you'll take a nap. All you'll miss is shaky cam and jump shots anyway, but it's not the worst thing out there. I'm looking at you, Drop Dead Fred.
Oh, that was
calling out some other movies.
Yeah, that was kind of uncalled for. I mean, we're not trying to start a, movie bashing site here.
Definitely not. Definitely not. But, he raises a good point. Drop Dead Fred is a bullshit movie that a lot of people like for no good reason.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so is it?
Oh, another time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we jump to that, though, should we like this?
Like that comment?
Yeah.
I mean, why the hell not?
All right. Here we go, live on the show.
Yep.
It's liked, guys.
There we go. Yeah.
It's liked.
Oh man. Facebook notification.
Oh no. Yeah. All right. So that's that. So thanks for that. And the other thing I was going to bring up is, I put this list together of the films we're going to watch, but I really think you should throw your hat, in the well or your hat in the ring. Is that a film that you would throw on there?
Drop Dead Fred.
Drop
No.
Dead Fred. Yeah.
That movie just flat out sucks.
Yeah, well, that's part of the thing. Is that you think it's
No. I mean, I've given it more than one chance.
Oh, okay, all right.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know if that's if that specifically is one of the criteria that you tried. If you watch it once and you didn't like it, and so you wrote it off.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay,
pretty much
yeah.
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, Drop Dead Fred, I've definitely had multiple times to try to watch it and have, it's just not my kind of thing. I just don't understand why people like it. It's
All
just
right.
kind of annoying to me. No, I'd say one of the movies like that. Let's see, Rush Hour. Rush Hour is definitely one of those movies.
Really?
Yeah.
I love Rush Hour. Oh man, this
All right. I think it was whatever.
love
I mean,
love's
I'd
a
ha-
strong word. I
I'd
enjoy
have-
watching it.
I'd have to like check dates. I'd say maybe it was like 5th or 6th grade for me when that came out.
Okay.
And so me and a bunch of friends went to go see it, and we got maybe, I want to say like 45 minutes into the movie, and me and like 3 of my friends decided to go play Die Hard Arcade instead of watching the movie because we thought it was
Wow.
stupid. So that's my experience.
All right. It's
There's
not.
that.
It's not really a 5th grade movie. I don't think.
Yeah, who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, we will.
That's the one that jumps to the top of my
Right.
head.
I just got like
Anyway.
super like defensive over Rush Hour. I don't know why. The more I'm thinking about it, I'm like,
I guess it's not a 5th grade movie, James. You're right. The reason you didn't understand Rush Hour is because you were in 5th grade. If you were older, maybe you would appreciate it. Chris Tucker's subtle humors. The driving force behind that wonderful piece of cinema. And Jackie Chan is just delightful.
yeah, he is very delightful. I like Rush Hour. I like Rush Hour too. They lost me with 3, man.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a good trilogy of films. I can't really think of like a good way to like end this segment. I don't know. How should we end it?
What if, like, in unison, we both just said, and that's the movie we watched.
Well, we could do that, but people are going to see that coming a mile away.
Yeah. You've been chanced.
We speak the language of a lost empire to a sick sound, clinging to a mountain of fire. Expecting that single thought to run down our neck, sweating on the hand. That takes the leap into sound.
So you wrote Ho for show.
Yeah, I remember that girl. She was a hoe. For show.
Best get your podcast getting what a podcast getting is good.
So why don't you back the shit off, all right? Know what I'm saying?
That was fun, though. That was fun. It's fun talking about the ring. Good times. So, it's about time for me to skedaddle. Before that happens, you know what I gotta do. I gotta tell you about the Muzak. The Muzak. Earlier, in the middle of all that yip yapping, you heard Duchess Says with Subtraction of Obedience, and you just heard You Love Her 'Cause She's Dead, Leap of Desire 1. So yeah, we're going to be doing more films on the Second Chance in Cinema. Some ones for you to check out and get ready for. Or we're going to do Rush Hour, Underworld, and Lost in Translation. So if you haven't seen those in a while or haven't seen them at all, fucking watch them. Fucking do it. Why not? It's fun. It's fun to, like, do stuff, I think. Apparently. So, yeah, dude, if you want to, like, know where this show is on the internet, I'm going to tell you. I am a hardcore Twitter user. That's right. You can tweet me. It sounds so silly. At James H. Carter 2, the number 2. Shoot us an email, janespodcast@gmail.com. Visit our website for the video version of the show, show notes, extra fun stuff. The Even James Has a Podcast, podcast.com is the URL, and Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo. We're all over that shit. Follow us the fuck up. Follow us the fuck up. That's such a stupid thing to, like, throw profanity. And you can listen to us on iTunes, subscribe, review the show there, and of course, Stitcher. So, wow, man. Next episode 40. That's fucking wild, man. We're finally making it to 40, you guys. So get ready. Alright, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, dude. Thanks for fucking listening. Special thanks to Duchess Says, You Love Her 'Cause She's Dead, their collective record labels. Thanks a fucking fuck ton load to those dudes and dudettes for all the good shit that is allowed to happen. Yeah, you figure out what I'm talking about, guys. Alright, man. One foot in the grave, one in the gutter. Later.